Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second edition of our Wastewater Challenges webinar series. Our last webinar covered the effects of increased sanitation product usage on the wastewater industry with an emphasis on nitrification. This webinar can be viewed under nitrification at the bottom of this page. At BioLynceus, we recognize that wastewater challenges are both dynamic and unique. To address this fact, we've launched a webinar campaign that over the next couple of weeks will address a number of common wastewater hurdles. Today I'm going to be talking about a common wastewater challenge, maintaining an optimal F to M ratio. The F to M ratio is known by both the food to mass ratio and the food to microorganism ratio. For the sake of this presentation, I will be referring to it simply as F to M. Balancing this ratio can prove to be difficult for a variety of reasons. Low F to M can be caused by low flows to your facility, extreme I&I, or by over-design in which anticipated connections are not yet online. High F to M happens due to overloading and can be caused by high BOD slugs, where the biomass is overwhelmed by the amount of food. Both scenarios lead to problems for your facility, so what should you be doing about it? Before I get into solutions, I'd like to take some time to more thoroughly cover each situation, starting with low F to M. Low F to M occurs when there is not enough food coming to your facility, either by underloading or by a dilution effect that is generally associated with I&I. A common example of underloading leading to low F to M is that of resort towns in the off-season. Think Colorado mountain towns. These facilities see a large number of tourists during ski season, where food for microorganisms is plentiful. When the tourists leave, so too does the food that feeds these wastewater facilities. Another common example that leads to low F to M is extreme cases of inflow and infiltration, more commonly known as I&I. Think rainy climates such as the Pacific Northwest. In this example, organic carbon loading remains unchanged, however, the wastewater is more dilute and leads to decreased F to M ratios. In any example, low F to M causes the bacteria to start producing and then consuming extracellular polymeric substances, also known as EPS. This process causes floc disintegration, which can lead to a number of problems, including unhinged filamentous growth, pin floc development, lack of settling, and high TSS. Extreme cases can even kill off your biomass entirely, leading to a stinky mess. On the flip side, high F to M occurs when there is too much food for the biomass to consume. This is caused by general overloading or by the introduction of high BOD slugs to your facility. Sticking with the same example of Colorado mountain towns, overloading leading to high F to M is observed in resort towns at the start of tourist season. When people start flocking to ski resorts, an increased load of organic carbon can overwhelm a wastewater facility and start to exhaust the existing biomass. Another example of overloading can occur in the form of high BOD slugs, especially from significant industrial users, also known as SIUs. Increased BOD can cause a number of problems. For one, BOD needs to be low enough for fragile nitrifiers to do their job, so increased BOD can lead to total nitrogen or ammonia effluent violations. Secondly, increased BOD can contribute to high TSS and high BOD effluent numbers, which can also lead to fines from state regulators. In terms of solutions, there's a couple things you can do to combat undesirable F to M ratios. If you have high F to M ratios, you could always do nothing, but a high BOD load could kill your plant and create a hot, stinky mess. You can also make an operational change to combat high F to M. Examples of operational changes include reducing wasting or increasing aeration. When you reduce wasting, you are increasing M and therefore decreasing F to M. By increasing aeration, you are giving your bugs more oxygen, which helps them remove the increased BOD load. This decreases F and therefore the F to M ratio. That being said, the simplest and most efficient option would be to add more bugs. Our flagship product, Probiotic Scrubber 2, also known as PB2, is a fantastic option for decreasing F to M ratios. PB2 accomplishes this by introducing a diverse population of bacteria to your wastewater facility. We call this good clean bugs. PB2 is engineered to enhance regular wastewater operations by using several different species of bacteria. And the best part is, it's already alive. which means it requires no maintenance on your end. Like all of our products, all you need to dose is a peristaltic pump. And if that's not an option, you can always hand dose. You'll hear about PB2 in future webinars, as this is our go-to product for a number of wastewater challenges, including fog reduction, sludge reduction, and plant startups or restarts. It is truly the jack of all trades and is always a good thing to have on hand in the event that your plant experiences unforeseen challenges. If you are experiencing low FTM at your facility, again, you can choose not to act and just wait for your flows to return. However, there are also operational changes you can make to combat low FTM, such as increasing your wasting. By increasing your waste-activated sludge, you are decreasing M, which in turn increases your F/M ratio. Additionally, if your facility allows, you can control the volume of water you're treating at a given time by turning off aeration basins or trains. This essentially concentrates the food and thus increases the F/M ratio in the treatable water. What we recommend, however, is introducing an external organic carbon source. Some examples of external organic carbon include methanol, glycerin, beer waste, and dog food. Each of these solutions carry their own set of issues that you should be made aware of. Methanol is dangerous to handle for obvious reasons and creates a methanol dependency amongst your bugs. Essentially, your bugs become meth addicts and will not function using any other carbon source. Glycerin-based products are not the most efficient because they require a lot of product to accomplish the same goal as methanol and other external carbon sources. Beer waste is something that a lot of facilities are turning to these days. However, not every town has a brewery willing to sell or donate their waste. And some towns may not have a brewery at all. Not to mention, you would need a lot of beer waste, and only large breweries brew at the scale required to feed wastewater facilities. Lastly, dog food, which has been used in the past, is something we strongly discourage. Dog food is loaded with grease and can cause filamentous populations to take off, leading to foaming issues at your facility. In our opinion, the best option is to add one of our products, candy carbon. Candy carbon safely provides your facility with external organic carbon. Candy carbon is a humic substance derived from mined ore and has a long track record of improving low F/M ratios. Having candy carbon on hand to feed your plant quickly when required is a good proactive strategy and can safeguard your facility against low F/M ratios. In addition to improving low F/M ratios, candy carbon can also be applied to enhance the denitrification process. Denitrification is the ever-essential conversion of nitrate to nitrogen gas. Denitrifying bacteria are aerobic organisms. However, to utilize them for denitrification, we must starve them of oxygen and force them to scavenge oxygen from the nitrate molecule. If DO is present, effective denitrification cannot occur. You can see from the equation that denitrification requires the presence of an organic carbon source. If no carbon is present, the bugs cannot scavenge the oxygen from the nitrate molecule. This is where candy carbon comes in. Inadequately removing nitrate will increase effluent nitrate numbers and could lead to fines from state regulators. Whether it's candy carbon or PB2, all of our products come live and ready to use in 5-gallon pails, 30 and 55-gallon drums, or in 275 or 330-gallon totes. They ship out of Arizona and are ready whenever you are. If you want more information, feel free to contact us. Our business hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Give us a call or visit us on our newly renovated website, BioLynceus.net. Feel free to use the chat bot at the bottom of the webpage to submit any questions you may have. This may take a minute to appear, but if it never does, you can submit your questions by clicking the Get a Free Quote box. If you submit your question, somebody at BioLynceus will get back to you as soon as possible. That wraps up this edition of our webinar mini-series, Wastewater Challenges. I would like to thank you for joining us today. Be sure to check back in the coming weeks for our next edition to this webinar series. On behalf of everyone at BioLynceus, I'd also like to extend some gratitude toward wastewater operators. Wastewater operators are the ultimate unsung heroes when it comes to protecting the environment. We thank you for all that you do, and please stay safe. We'll see you next time.